You are an ABG stuck at the coordinates 0, 0, and you are trying to find the most efficient, shortest path in order to get to obtain the boba. Now, you don't have to be an ABG in this scenario. You could also be like a white girl trying to find the strawberry frappe, strawberry blah, 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 Starbucks drink, for example, whatever the fuck they care about. And assume that like this like item that you're trying to look for, wherever this is, like, New York, actually move. So like the next nearest boba store could not necessarily be at this coordinate. It can move because you also need to consider that like this given store, it can close. And then now the ABG is sad because the ABG can't find the boba. Also assume that like the world is going to fucking end if the ABG does not get the boba, meaning that your entire program is going to crash. The world is going to collapse into fucking atoms. You know, the white girl needs the drink. Like without the boba, the ABG is going to die. How many different ways can we solve this given problem? Now, it depends like where your ABG is. Like if she starts like, let's say 0, 0, and you can only, you know, go basically like northeast, for example, you can only go up or you can either go right, which means you can just like store that, you know, each computation as a way to traverse. And then at every single like grid of that section, we already have that count. We count how many different ways can we get to that position, how many different ways can we get to this position. So that's more of like, you know, a recurrence idea to understanding. But you could also like model it as like nodes. You could also do that. Like you could potentially like have like every single coordinate be a different node, and then you're going to decide whether or not you're going to take a certain edge traversal to a different, you're going to think of it like as a BFS type of problem, right? So you have like sets of edges and nodes, and then each coordinate is going to determine that. But, you know, the problem can be scaled with complexity. We can now add like collision. We can now add, you know, there's traffic on the road. Maybe your ABG in this example doesn't know how to fucking drive and she can only walk. What else? Maybe she's positioned not at 0, 0 and it's like in the middle of nowhere and she's lost. So now like the GPS needs to be able to navigate to where the boba is. So, you know, there's definitely like things and trade-offs that we want to consider, you know, to approach the problem, as in like there's not always a definite, yes, this is the correct answer, but our final deterministic output needs to be verifiable. It needs to be clean, correct, and concise.